Alrighty, so the new final boss is out, and honestly, this one's kind of just annoying more than anything. I've already messed with it a little bit, and looking at sort of, I looked at what JP was using to get top scores and stuff like that before the patch dropped, and of course, it's the Bond team, which is really, 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 really stupid. Honestly, they just need to change the way that these fights work. If they're going to make it to where, you know, HP is the biggest thing, then obviously the Bond team is just going to end up doing well. And the big thing about this is it ends up just being just 6-6 Bond. Like, that's basically the requirement to be like the top, you know, dealer on Final Boss nowadays, which is super dumb, super annoying. So if you don't have like a 6-6 Bond or anything like that, you might as well just not even waste your time. From my understanding, if you're gonna be using the Bond team, people are doing it with Terry for whatever reason. I'm not sure if there's a specific reason on that, or if it's just the fact that he can maybe remove a little bit of ult gauge and stuff like that for extra points maybe. But I know that the one thing that people are doing with the Bond team itself is they're basically ult rushing to try to get his ultimate on turn 2, so that way they use that, they wipe the enemy, and then you just try to get RNG again to rush an ultimate again, and then wipe, you know, the second phase super quickly with ults pretty much back to back. And you get a ton of points because not only do they have tons and tons of HP, but you know, they do a ton of damage with their ultimates. So a lot of people are using this team right here at the moment, which I thought was kind of interesting, but it also has a couple of you know, faults to it as well. The biggest thing here that you need to know going into this fight is that melee in the middle deals 800% extra damage to fairies and to humans. So if you're doing it with the Bond team and you know, melee ends up getting a really good card like right out the gate turn 1, he's probably going to eat like one shot or like almost kill one of your units like very quickly and very easily. And if you're using this team right here, if he goes for King first turn, he can kill King very quickly as well. I have already ran into that as an issue. So this isn't going to be like a guide on how to get like really crazy points or anything like that, because honestly, I mean, you're basically just going to need to be a whale to get super high points on this one regardless. But I am just using that regular sort of team. So, you know, Marmus is pretty standard in the back just because he gives a lot of HP. I do have it on this right now. You could take out the clear without food and put on the ultimate gauge one if you really want to. But you may probably want to do that one if you're going for strict score. I don't honestly think that I'm gonna get anywhere close to top score on this one unless I just get like a really lucky run. So I'm just gonna be running it with me being able to use ultimate moves, so that way I can secure the win a little bit easier, so that way I can get more points, which will then or not points, but like the exchange shop points, so that way I can actually buy out the shop and not have to worry about this anymore. Because honestly, these final bosses are just kind of getting annoying more than anything at this point. Like, they're not even really all that fun. There's not a whole lot of strategy that goes into it. It's just bring whatever team has the highest HP, which always ends up being Bond. And if you have the 6-6 ultimate and they put buffs on themselves or whatever, which I actually don't think that they this one they do that specifically, so you don't really have to worry about them using up, you know, or like putting buffs on themselves, so that way you can get like crazy double damage with Bond or anything like that. But it is just kind of stupid that it's just, wow, Bond has, you know, Bond's whole thing is he revolves around HP. You get a ton of HP, you deal a lot of damage, it ends up translating into a lot of points. So you can see melee ends up doing a really good amount of damage. He busts through the shield very easily, so you do have to kind of worry about that. If you get really bad RNG, he can kind of just destroy you turn 1, which is kind of annoying. So be very careful with that. Other than that, you kind of just want to worry about trying to remove debuffs and stuff like that, because those can give you pretty good points. Making sure that you're, you know, not attacking into stances and stuff like that, and going into the second phase, melee does put up a stance, which can be kind of troublesome, so be careful with that. So if you have anything to sort of remove stances or anything, which is another reason why I wanted to use King and have the ultimates available, is because, you know, King's ultimate is really, really good for that. You can see, honestly, I think they want you to use goddesses for this because of the new Sariel that just came out, and using stances and stuff like that. It would make sense that you know, the brand new Sariel is honestly going to be really good for this. So If you have the new Sario, you can try it out. I haven't personally tried it out yet. If I might end up messing around with it a little bit to see how good it is, because I think that it could be kind of decent for like fast clears and stuff like that. But ultimately, not super crazy. The fight itself, honestly, the worst part is just having to deal with Melee and making sure that he doesn't absolutely one-shot one of your units, whether they be a fairy or a human. So I don't necessarily know if like that one Escanor would help too much with this one, but potentially could be like good for fast clears. I'm not necessarily gonna say it could, like it's gonna be really good, because honestly like Melee's gonna do a lot of damage to him. But you could see earlier, he's not guaranteed to try to fight like you the really good type advantage or whatever. Like I don't think the AI is necessarily programmed that well. So if you get lucky with it and he doesn't absolutely just destroy your your unit, then you should be kind of okay, maybe. Like you might not have too much of an issue with it. So hopefully, okay, we didn't quite kill the. I hope this kills. Okay, good, because if I didn't kill there, then the counter would have been kind of troublesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say, honestly. I hate the fact that the fight is as dumb as it is. Obviously, like the rest of it's pretty self-explanatory, straightforward. If you're going to be doing it on the hardest difficulty, make sure that all of your gear and stuff like that is in order. You can see right here, me being just shy of 4,000 points puts me at about 10%, which honestly, it's going to go way down towards the end by the time all of the whales get a hold of this and they use all of their really good bond teams. I'm going to get pushed down really far, which is fine. It is what it is. I'm not too worried about the rewards from this one, to be honest. I'm just going to try to grab whatever I can out of the exchange shop, grab all of these consecutive clear rewards, and pretty much just be done with the thing. This one just in particular is just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, so I'm just not even going to give it the time of day. It is what it is. I'll try to farm out everything that I can and just leave it alone for the rest of the duration of it. So that is pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully this helped you sort of form a team, or I don't know, shed some light on the fight itself. But yeah, just know that it's not super hard. If you've got decent goddesses and stuff like that, you can definitely fight it and do pretty well, because they don't really do all that much damage to goddesses and stuff like that. So that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.